shit. My bad.
What's that?
I said my bad.
Well, the only mistake you made was doing that before I hit record.
Oh. Okay. Damn. My little song. Lost forever.
The song that was just for me.
Oh, just for you.
But if it helps, your tits look great.
Oh. Good. Hello and welcome to another episode of Cheap Smut. My name is Katie Mizell.
And my name is Carl Mizell.
And this is a podcast that I just love. I love this podcast.
She's not lying. I'd say the bulk of our listens are you.
They are. I listen to this show every day.
But
don't judge me.
No, I would never judge you because you've said this many times. If something is out there that you think you would like that doesn't exist, make it.
Yeah.
And you're making the podcast that you always wanted.
Exactly. I made the podcast that I want to listen to, and then I listen to it every day.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, she's so stuck up and into herself. She listens to her podcast every day. Well, if somebody else would make this shit, I'd listen to them.
Exactly. But we did it.
We did.
And we're having a great time.
We are. How are you, baby?
I'm well. Obviously, the witching hour.
Yeah.
Or in our case, the witching hours of our children. Just nonstop noise.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Which doesn't jibe well with my brain. But other than that, I'm really good. I got to drive around parts of Michigan today for work that, sometimes you get 4G LTE if you're lucky. Other times you just hope that your work phone can generate enough of a Wi-Fi personal hotspot so you can figure out how to get from the place you're at with no service to the next place you're going to be at that has no service.
Yeah, no service. Maybe we should get you an actual paper map.
I between my time in the military and my time doing lawn care pre-GPS, I know how to read them and know how to use them, but boy, howdy, I don't want to. How are you?
I am warm. I'm warmish.
Yeah.
It's a side effect of my medication. I just get like hot flashes and sweaty sometimes, but I'm otherwise quite well. I had a good day. I enjoyed our children and my book, and I get to take my kids to their cousin's house tomorrow to play. It's going to be great.
It's going to be a great sleepover. I'm just pretending for my personal benefit that your sweatiness and your hot flash is just a reaction to me.
Yeah, just being around you.
Being around me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Causes
intense hormonal fluctuations.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should study you in a lab, baby.
They really should. So what is on our docket this week?
This week, I read a book called Pump Fake by Fiona Davenport, New York Nighthawks book number 9. It's another very short 95-page novella.
Yeah.
Extremely horny, as they always are.
Yeah. And I don't know anything about the book, but I know based on the title alone, and I know we teased it briefly at the end of last week's episode. I believe it was last week's episode. This is clearly going to be about American football.
Yes, it's an American football romance.
It's pump fake is a football term.
Yeah. What is a pump fake?
A pump fake is when the quarterback has the ball and is dropping back to pass, and you might try to pump fake one of the defensive backs off your receiver, so you basically are faking the throw.
Oh.
So if you've ever tried to trick your dog and like fake the throw and get them to run away, that's essentially what a pump fake is. You're trying to draw the defender away from your receiver or try to give them just a little bit of a gap.
Okay.
So that's what that is.
I appreciate that. I know literally nothing about football, American or otherwise. I probably know more about soccer football, because I watched Ted Lasso and Welcome to Wrexham.
Yep.
Than I know about American football, and I've lived here my entire life.
I played throughout junior high and high school. I followed it religiously for a long time until I realized that the NFL is a garbage organization.
Yeah.
And pretty much all the teams are garbage organizations who will do anything to protect the bottom line.
Yep.
So I don't really have an interest in it anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, being a sports fan in general, you have to pick your battles and decide where you're going to draw those personal lines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's, billionaires paying millionaires to play a game, and everything is sponsored by DraftKings, and it's gross. But that's not why we're here. We're here for horny fictional football players.
Yes.
So, what is the price point for this book? Let's hear your spiel.
Okay, this book is available for $2.99 or through Kindle Unlimited. It is a fake dating romance, which is something we've never done before. It's a very common and well-beloved trope of the romance world. Fake dating becomes real dating. Always a good time.
Gotcha.
Our trigger warnings for this week.
Mm-hmm.
There really aren't any, but this comes with its own particular kind of warning. This book is gender essentialism, in a little package.
Okay.
The FMC's entire goal in life is to become pregnant and pump out babies. And I was like, what the fuck? I just don't. It's okay. So she serves no purpose beyond being the woman that gets the man to a better place, and in the process he knocks her up. That's
she's a plot point.
It doesn't. I was not comfortable with the premise of this book. Having said that, it was very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And there are 9 of these. I assume they're all equally entertaining. It's just really, we couldn't give her a third dimension. Or anything? Nothing? Well, okay.
No, I understand.
But so let us begin. Our MMC this week, his name is Brady Summers. He is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, all-American football star. Book boyfriend. 6'2", second quarterback for the New York Nighthawks fictional professional football team.
He's a big, strong boy that everybody likes, and he's
never gonna die. Yes. He is, at the beginning of this book, playing a scrimmage. There's a lot of actual football in this chapter, and I was like, I don't understand a word of this. So maybe
I will.
Maybe the football's accurate. Yeah, I don't know.
I will parse anything and let you know.
I didn't write any of it down. I'm just saying.
Then don't even worry about it.
There's a lot of actual football happening in this football romance. That doesn't usually happen in sports books.
Yeah, I know the last sports book we did. It was baseball themed, and
hockey themed.
Well, that was the last one we did. Okay, you're right. I forgot about. We didn't really talk about it, but you understand hockey.
Yeah.
Baseball, it was wacky.
Oh yeah.
The highest batting average for a closing pitcher. What is that?
Yeah.
But again, we're not here for
in a league where the pitchers don't hit.
Well, in baseball, they don't hit anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Where they have the universal DH.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that's not why we're here. That said, if anything comes up, I will correct the record.
Okay. Well, it all went right over my head. I don't think I wrote any of it down. But anyway, so he is in this scrimmage trying to prove that he is the choice to replace their starting quarterback, Prentice, who has a shoulder injury. Prentice is also his mentor. Brady is the second string quarterback. He's very good at his job. He plays well, and then when he comes off of the field, he talks to the owner of the team. The owner's name is Lennox Madison, and he is very hands-on and is always at practice. And they talk alongside their assistant coach. Both of them tell him that he did a great job and that he should go and stretch and chill and do whatever post-workout, whatever he's supposed to be doing.
Have a Capri Sun and some orange slices.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
Some frozen grapes.
Frozen grapes, that sounds good. After he's done with that conversation, he goes and talks to Prentice, who tells him that he did a great job, but that he may want to consider settling down because the owner wants guarantees that his long-term players are going to stay in New York. And so maybe you should get a girlfriend.
Yeah, because because professional athletes are known for their long-term monogamous relationship.
Yeah, well, that, and also, like, don't they just, like, up and move them all the time?
Oh, that's exactly it. Yeah, that's a fun...
We can't trade Brady. He's married, and his wife works in town. What? No, they'll just send him someplace.
No. Most of these teams, if they could, there's no loyalty. If they would take a guy out behind the blocking sleds and put him down if they could. That's... there's no loyalty amongst any of them. It's a business. So
time to send Brady to the glue factory.
Yep,
He's
it's time
done.
to boil him down for glue. What happened? Oh, he just twisted his ankle.
But he was also 27.
Yeah.
So he's 28 in this book, actually.
Yeah.
So anyway, there. It's already glue season for Brady Summers. So after this conversation where Prentice tells Brady that he should maybe think about getting a girlfriend in hopes of getting a better contract out of the deal, Brady swears up and down he doesn't want any distractions. But boy, howdy, is he aware of how many of his teammates in the previous 8 books have hooked up lately. Mm-hmm. And everybody's settling down, and they all look so happy.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, cuffing season overlaps with glue season.
Oh my God. Anyway, so he finishes whatever this practice is, and he goes and does his thing. Then we flip over to our FMC. Her name is Talia. Our second...
Mm-hmm. Our second Talia.
Talia. We haven't had a name, a duplicate name on the show yet. It's going to be confusing to me a little bit. But so Talia is pale, black-haired, petite, and athletic, and beautiful, and 18.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
See, what you said at the outset made it kind of gross.
Yeah.
And
it's so bad. She goes into into detail, Talia, in her head about like how her mom was 18 when she met her dad, who was 28, and they got married and had kids like right away, and that's all Talia wants, is to be like her mom.
But could you like be like her in another way?
Yeah.
Like maybe her work ethic?
Yeah.
Or
like her kindness. her sweet disposition, or the way she made meatballs. Like, it doesn't have to be the pumping out babies thing, but
it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. I guess I'm not here to judge your choices, fictional woman. Anyway, so today is Talia's first day working at the in-office daycare of the K-Corp building, where she takes care of the children of, as far as I could tell, just the executives.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, there's a daycare here, but only for the wealthiest amongst us. And it's staffed by completely untrained 18-year-old women.
Well, it's staffed by their future mistresses.
Oh,
is what it is.
Right. No, I was really like, so this is the in-office daycare center of one of the biggest companies in your city, wherever that may be, and you're an 18-year-old woman with no training. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the kind of place where they hire people who have early childhood development degrees and shit like that. Not this girl.
No, that's what they did at the gym we went to in Philadelphia.
Yeah. And that lady was sweet. She was lovely.
Yeah,
she was so nice.
Shout out Mirvat, but she was.
I miss you, Mirvat.
But she was obviously an older woman who I believe had children of her own. But I mean, but also the guy who owned the gym, his 16-year-old daughter worked in the daycare.
Yeah, she did, but just as like to step in when Mirvat wasn't available.
Yeah.
But yeah. So either way, Talia's here. She's in the K-Corp building. It's her first day of work, and she is jazzed for it because she loves kids. And that's the part where she gets into the whole I'm 18 and desperate to have a baby thing. Calm down. You have so much time. Calm down. So while she's meeting some of the kids, one of her coworker brings her out to meet Dakota, who is a woman who works in this building, who has 2 children already and is pregnant, like hugely pregnant as well. And she's getting ready to go on maternity leave, but she's here to drop her kids off anyway. She chats with Talia very briefly. They declare themselves to be friends immediately, which I just wish that was a thing that could happen in real life. Like you have a 5-second conversation and go, we should be friends. Let's go get dinner tonight, which is exactly what happens in this situation.
No, I mean, I can become friendly with people very quickly, but the minute somebody tries to inject themselves into my life like that, immediately.
I just don't have any friends and I'm lonely. So
I've got all the friends I need.
Aw, that's nice for you.
But you and like 3 people.
Yeah.
So don't feel like bad.
Okay. I don't. So they have their chat. Dakota invites her out to dinner that evening at a place called the End Zone. Talia works the rest of her day. It is not mentioned. She seems to enjoy herself. She likes hanging out with kids all day, so working in a daycare sounds fantastic for her. At the End Zone that evening, Talia goes to the bar to get mocktails for herself and Dakota because neither one of them can drink. And she gets hit on by this dude who's just like gives her really bad vibes. He's kind of greasy, doesn't take no for an answer, that kind of thing. She eventually has to tell him that she has a boyfriend who is just outside taking a phone call and he'll be back in any minute, so please leave her alone. Because men can't take no for an answer. They need proof that you belong to someone else already.
Exactly. You have to show proof of ownership.
Yeah.
A man has to show proof of ownership to another man.
Yeah.
In order for that to end, because otherwise men are legally allowed to just continue to pursue. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. But that's what a lot of dudes act like they think is the rules.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why fake engagement rings are like a whole thing for bartenders and stuff, because people just don't take no for an answer. But just no is no. I'm not going to harp on it. No is no. So she tells this guy that she has a boyfriend, and glory be, when she turns around, there is a man standing in the entrance, and she's like, oh, he's here. Sure hope he goes along with what the fuck I'm about to do right now. She just walks up to him. This is Brady. He's there to meet some of his teammates because apparently this place is owned by a friend of a teammate or something like that. Brady doesn't want to be here. A woman hits on him and starts touching him without asking before he, like when he first walks in the door, and he doesn't want to date. He apparently very recently had like a date with a woman who really wanted to have sex with him, and when he said no, she freaked out and was like, but then how can you get me pregnant and I can sue you?
What?
Like she just said that out loud? She said that to your face? I doubt it. I doubt it, but
oh, and that portrayal. So not only is our FMC that kind of character, well, but that's not her. She's not trying to sue anybody.
Mm-hmm.
She's not trying to sue anybody.
No.
Okay. But then you add the cherry on top of like, oh, this guy has been recently scarred by some gold digger.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm telling you, man. So
women aren't doing so hot in this book.
No,
so far.
They really aren't. So this book was written by Fiona Davenport, is the pen name of a duo of authors who write and release stuff like pretty much constantly. I am 99% sure that one of them is a man and that he wrote this book, because this book is not nice to women.
Okay.
I don't know. I just, anyway. So Brady sees Talia. She approaches him and starts acting like his girlfriend, and he's just like, yes, let's go.
Apparently the emotional scarring has healed.
It's so fast. Like you watched it heal up like a wound on Deadpool's back, and he is immediately like, yes, I am her girlfriend, and I'll murder you.
Boyfriend?
Sure, that too. Girlfriend, boyfriend, joyfriend.
I'm whatever she needs me to be.
I'm whatever, yeah.
I will fight you if she says the word.
I will fight you. He's very threatening to this guy comes over. So anyway, so she asks Brady how his fictional phone call outside was. He apologized for leaving her alone for any amount of time, and then he just kisses her.
Oh boy.
Permission? Who needs it? He just kisses her.
Consent, schmacent.
Who needs it? He's already thinking of her as his girl. Oof. And he is already hard because, of course.
Again, he has to make sure. I better think it or say it out loud so the reader knows what's happening.
Yep, so that everybody knows that I have a hard on for this woman.
I got a boner
right now. Look at this boner. Look at my boner. Everybody, look at my boner.
Look what I made. Quick, give me a hat.
So he threatens the sleazy guy, but he doesn't fight him because it would be bad for the PR team to try and clean up later. Like he's like, professional athletes can't punch guys in bars anymore, I guess. I don't know.
Listener, if you have the Constitution, go Google Deshaun Watson, but do it on an empty stomach.
I don't even want to know.
I'm just making
negative sounds.
I'll tell you off pod, but I want to highlight, if anybody wants to go look that up and find out what teams are willing to overlook.
Oh God,
it's way worse than a fight.
Oh God. Okay. So they finish with sleazy guy. He walks away, but he like insults Talia as he's walking away. Like he calls her like a frigid cunt or something like that because she said no, because she said she didn't want to date. Like, I don't fucking. Men aren't portrayed very well in this book either. Let's just say.
Yeah, they're not portrayed well, but only if you have a higher standard of behavior.
Yeah. So we're working inside of the same toxic realm as a Jessa Kane novella right now.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So Brady grabs the guy by the throat, but is stopped by other teammates who are already here who tell him to leave it to the owner. The owner of this place is apparently ex-CIA. Yeah. That information not necessary, but good to know to like rip the guy's fingernails out.
Generally, most people who are ex-CIA don't tell you they're ex-CIA.
Yeah. So once all of this is over, Brady and Talia chat. They introduce themselves. Now they actually know each other's names. Talia thanks him for the save, and he says that she can repay him by being his fake girlfriend until the official quarterback choice is made.
Okay.
He thinks that it's just going to be until they can be together forever, really, because he actually wants to date this woman. He's just finding an in, but he could have just asked her out. But it's got to be a fake dating story for it to go in the theme of these books.
You don't need to play like the dating equivalent of Just the Tip. Just ask her out.
Yeah, just ask her on a date, Brady. But so Brady knows Dakota because Dakota is married to one of his teammates. It's like this I get out the fucking red string to figure out how all these people are related to each other and know each other. But so Brady invites Dakota over to the table as well with all of the other teammates. He pulls Talia into his lap and she sits in his lap for the rest of the night. They have a good time. Brady tells the team that they've been together for like 6 months. They lie their asses off and make up fantastic yes and lies. Eventually, though, Brady offers to drive Talia home, and she agrees. They both live on Long Island, so it just makes sense that he drives her home. Serendipity, hooray. Talia falls asleep on the drive. He wakes her with gentle kisses and takes her to her door, telling her to plan on a date the next evening. He'll pick her up at work for another date.
Another?
Well, he's counting this as a date. Fair. Because they, were together for the evening. For their date the next night, Brady has booked the restaurant at the Botanical Gardens all to themselves. He just rented out the whole place. They go for a nice walk in the gardens. They talk about football. They talk about Talia's dream of getting knocked up immediately. They talk about how she wants to be a stay-at-home mother and she really has nothing else beyond that. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mother. Don't get me wrong. It's one of the hardest fucking jobs you can have besides underwater welding. And I still don't think that an 18-year-old girl's goal in life should be to be me. I really don't think.
No, it shouldn't. But props to her for not burying the lead.
Seriously.
Just coming right out.
All I want is to get knocked up and stay home and make babies forever. Okay.
What a coincidence. I want a commitment to a woman to impress my boss. Do you think?
That's all we need. That's
think?
all we need. This is also an Insta-love book, by the way.
Yeah, 95 pages. It better be.
So they're both like, I wish that this weren't fake dating. I wish that this were real dating. But they never say it out fucking loud.
We didn't file the proper paperwork. This is still a test account.
I'm sorry, you only filled out 34B. You need to fill out 34C and F before you get the real dating.
That's why, and in real life, I understand the value of immediately canceling the 7-day free trial.
Yeah.
But with dating, you got to be more on top of that.
Yeah, for real, you do. Otherwise you end up like 7 years down the road realizing you never filled out the final paperwork you needed.
Just
And you haven't been dating this whole time, so you haven't been getting any of your level ups. Like, fuck. And that shit does not accumulate. You have to start from scratch.
No XP for you.
God damn.
No relationship XP.
So Brady and Talia, they share dinner. Talia during this dinner considers how romantic Brady is because he rented out the entire botanical gardens for their first date, even though they're not even really dating. But she wishes that something would change. And by something would change, I mean she is down to fuck. This woman wants to fuck so bad.
Oh yeah.
And that's all the difference. She's like, oh God, I just wish something would make this real because I'm horny.
You know what makes it real? Just wanting it to be real.
Yeah. Talia, I have great
That's
news
it.
for you. All you have to do is make it real.
Hey, you know how we're pretending? What if we didn't?
Yeah, what if we stopped the pretending part and just did the rest? What if we did that as a bit?
But like
but
real.
Forever. So they go back after their meal. They go back to Brady's house for dessert and a movie, quote unquote. Basically, okay. So Brady brings her into his incredibly nice home on Long Island, and he considers this house to be already theirs. He's known this woman for a day, but like I said, it's insta love. She needs to move in immediately. Like they're soulmates.
She walks in and like cartoon birds like start like making toothbrushes appear.
Yep.
And all of a sudden all of his shit is in a different drawer because this is her drawer. Yep.
Cohabitation.
I mean, that's how we did it.
It is basically how we did it. I bought you some hangers and you moved right in.
Yeah.
So all he wants is to put a ring on her finger and just get her pregnant immediately. That's all he wants. They take a tour of his home. When they're in the kitchen, Talia almost blurts out like, oh, I can just imagine making cookies for our kids in here, but she stops herself short. It's just insta love. It's just the goofy motherfucker that it is. You can't judge it. You can't judge it.
I'm not judging it.
Yeah.
I'm not, because look, everybody's into different shit. I build models of plastic robots and play video games.
Yeah, you do.
I can understand how, and I'm 45.
Mm-hmm.
I am an easy target, save for the fact that I'm a large, scary man covered in tattoos, and most people aren't going to fuck with me. So I'm in no position to judge.
Mm.
That said, I can still say some shit.
For sure. With all the love in my heart, this is fucking wild.
Yeah.
So he takes her on a tour of the rest of the house. This house is like, okay, so there are like 6 bedrooms, and all of them have an ensuite bathroom, except for one that is adjoined to a Jack and Jill bathroom. So it's 6 beds, at least 6 baths.
Oh boy.
What the fuck? There is a closet off of the master, big enough to be turned into a nursery. He points that out like right off the bat. There is a 3rd floor playroom with space for bunk beds for sleepovers. He points that out to her too. I'm like, stop it. Her ovaries are going to explode.
She's got a tape measure.
Seriously. He's just like, he's walking her through his home going, look at all the babies we could put in here, Talia. Look at it. There's room for like 50 babies in here.
Babies dangling from the chandeliers. Babies on babies on babies.
So many babies.
You will never not be pregnant.
Oh my God. Ugh, Jesus. Turn around and it turns out that he has low sperm motility and they can never have kids.
He's trying to field his own football team.
Oh, right. So they finish their tour. They go and have like ice cream and cuddle on the couch in the media room, because he has a media room as well, and they watch a Netflix comedy. Brady like white knuckles it through this entire movie because he is enjoying the snuggle, but he is also just so desperately horny.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't develop a blood clot from the priapism he has had.
I was gonna say he's probably priapic at this point. You know.
See a doctor. It's
Hold
been
on,
more
I gotta
than
go
4
get
hours.
a needle to drain the blood out of my erection.
When the movie ends, she's been snuggling on his chest this whole time. She looks up with him, her eyes glazed with desire, and it's on, man. Begin start. I'm actually surprised they didn't use the word orbs. The number of times that orbs was used for eyes in this book was like, everybody's got blue orbs. What are you doing with blue orbs, my guy?
Gazed into his cerulean orbs.
Yep. So from there is kissing, groping, removal of shirts, a lot of like Talia like reaching under his shirt to just like grip his abdomen. I think that was meant to be an abs thing. I'm not really sure.
Which again, this is not how abs work.
Yeah, it's not how abs work at all. But they eventually they take a pause for Talia to let Brady know she's never done this before.
No shit. Because if you had, you wouldn't be so goddamn quick to try and get pregnant.
Yeah.
Because then you're not going to do it again for a while.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe.
Some
people have a lot of sex when they're pregnant. Some people don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, of course, she's a virgin. She has never done this before. And he's blown away because she's gorgeous. Gorgeous and virgin do not, like, the correlation causation. There's no relationship between those two things, but
no. I understand the logic, quote unquote, behind it. Like, you are conventionally attractive and therefore could have any suitor you desire.
Yeah.
But that just means she's probably had a lot of creepy opportunities. Not all of them great. Most of them sketchy.
It doesn't mean she's wanted to ever.
Also,
trust me.
The vast majority of them were probably, dudes going, "Hi, we want to go to homecoming?"
Yeah. Hi, Talia.
Yep. Hi, Talia. And then like every 40-year-old,
Yuck.
It's gross.
So he comforts her. He lets her know it's totally fine, that he's surprised, but it's not a deal breaker or anything. In fact, he is incredibly revved up by this. Also, if I never read the word cherry in reference to virginity ever again, I will die a happy woman. Oh my God. Can we not use that?
It's not great.
No more cherry. No more. It's gross. So he carries her up to the bedroom. He strips her down, and like a moment straight out of, do you remember that movie, The Sweetest Thing?
No.
It had like Cameron Diaz and Christina Applegate and Selma Blair, I think. And it was like a really weird, sexy romantic comedy, but it was hypersexual.
I know of its existence, but I never saw it.
So there's a point in that movie where they are talking to, I think it's Selma Blair. And she's the youngest of them. And they are just like party girls who get laid a lot. And they tell her that like one of the things you have to do when a guy takes off his pants is you have to exclaim that it's huge and you don't know if it'll fit. Mm-hmm. Talia got lessons from those women because she's like, oh my God, will it fit? It's huge. And I was like, yeah, sure it is. Sure it is, babe. It's huge. It's totally huge.
Is it bigger than a 9-pound baby?
You want to keep squeezing them out, you're going to have to put the dick in first, okay?
Yeah.
So, fucking heavy sigh for the giant dick. Sure, Brady's got a giant dick to go along with it all, but he is aware that he can't just go for it, virgin or no, like he can't just go for it. So he gets down there, puts his face in her pussy and eats her out for a while.
All right.
Good job. 2 orgasms later, and they get to the fucking. There's a quick pause for the virgin to adjust to the huge cock, and then she is coming again as he slams into her. Like,
no,
bruh.
No, you're not.
No. Fiction. This is fiction.
Yeah.
Virgins having orgasms in penetrative sex is fiction. In my brain, it's gotta be. It's
rare enough.
It doesn't feel pleasant the first few times you do it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's rare enough. It's kind of like how when I go to the doctor and they say, how often do you drink alcohol? I say I don't drink because I consume alcohol so infrequently.
Yeah.
That I might as well not have been drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. Okay. So, my notes say, and because this is fiction, the professional football player is unprotected and coming inside her with the hopes of knocking up the woman he met yesterday.
Yeah.
Because this is fiction.
Yeah.
The multi-million-dollar athlete is just like, yeah, let's have a baby, strange lady.
Yeah. Did I want to sleep with you the second I saw you? Yes. Did I want to impregnate you? God, no.
Responsibilities.
Yeah.
Child support payments, morning sickness, not things I want to deal with on the second day I've known you.
I know. How is your child older than your relationship?
So you had sex before you kissed. So the next morning, he makes breakfast and has new clothes delivered to the house for her so that she can go to work. Without having to wear the same clothes she left in yesterday. He invites her to the family suite to watch the game on Sunday, and then he drives her to work and drops her off inside. At this point, Talia still thinks they are fake dating, but Brady thinks that they are forever.
Me and Brady agree. Says me, Brady, and the load he dropped inside you.
Yeah.
That's not fake.
Yeah, it's not fake. It's definitely not fake. So he goes downstairs after kissing her goodbye at the office, and he starts grilling the security guard about how safe the building is and whether or not there are cameras and how people get in and whether or not, like, he's like, everybody has a key card to get in, but is there a list you have to verify it against? Like, dude, calm down. So one phone call later, and he is talking to Justice Kendall, owner of K-Corp, father of Brielle, Lennox, the owner.
Last of his line.
Seriously. So get your red string out for this shit, okay? Brady Summers plays for the Nighthawks. The Nighthawks are owned by Lennox Madison. Lennox Madison is married to Brielle Kendall Madison, whose father is Justice Kendall, the owner of K-Corp.
Needlessly complicated.
I know, right? But so this is how these series of books work. Everybody has been mentioned in another book. Everything is related. Like I said, get out your red string. Be Charlie Day. Get the cigarette and everything. You're really gonna need it. So he's talking to Justice, and Justice gives him a password and link to a direct feed camera of the daycare. Apparently, a lot of men who have wives and girlfriends who work in this building have direct access to the camera feeds to watch them all day. That includes Lennox, who watches his wife, Dakota's husband Ames, who watches Dakota at work, and even the fucking security guard whose wife works in accounting. And they all have camera access to just check up on their wives all day. What the toxic fuck? What the stalker shit is this? What? No, look, I don't even like that my when I used to work for the ambulance company, I didn't like the fact that there was a camera in the building that my employer could see me on. I certainly didn't want you to be able to log into it and see what I was doing. Like, I was just sitting at my desk doing nothing. Why do you need to look at her?
I didn't want to look at you either. I mean, I always love to see you.
Well, yeah, I love to see you too.
When
but
it's not creepy.
This is a fucking nightmare. This is
Jesus.
Threat level red shit. What the fuck?
That is gross.
It is. And the thing is, I still liked this book. But I don't know why. I just love these books so much.
It's literally like everything you've said today is just like, hey, I made a list. Hey, Fiona, I made a list of all the things my wife hates. Here's your challenge. Write a book that has all this shit in it and see if she still likes it. And
I did.
And low.
Exactly. I still liked it. What's wrong with me?
Seriously? No, I was kidding. I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong with my wife.
There's a lot wrong with me, but I'm in therapy and on medication. I'm doing okay.
You're actually doing
I am. I'm
great.
doing better. I'm
You're doing
doing
great.
better. Okay, back to our story, shall we? So later at practice, Brady learns that he has earned the starting quarterback position, and he considers that having this and Talia make him the happiest man in the world. So cute, so cute. Jump to Sunday. Brady gives Talia one of his jerseys to wear in the family suite. She showed up wearing a jersey for a different player that she like got from her uncle or something, and he was like, "You can't wear another man's name on your back."
You can't wear
I
it.
think she can do whatever the fuck she wants, Brady.
A, correct. B, you're telling me that she can't wear the work clothes of of another man, but she can totally just accept your seed.
Well, of course,
on
because she
day
belongs
2.
to him now.
Right. Oh, that's right. Here, put this on. You're mine.
But she loves it. Like, she loves the possessive shit. That's like, sure. If you're into it, I guess. I'm not here to yuck your yums. I mean, I'm yucked, but I'm not going to yuck your yums.
That is the kind of thing I would do to you if I was trying to speed run divorce.
Yeah, I don't really take well to being told what to do like that.
World record 100% glitchless divorce. The fastest divorce ever.
6.5 minutes, a new world record. Woo!
Hey, you belong to me. I blink and I'm in a 500 square foot apartment.
You're my property. Bye.
I somehow blink and end up in a 500 square foot divorced dad apartment.
Yep.
Everything's propped up on milk crates.
Yep.
And my kids hate me.
Yep. And you only see them one weekend a month.
And they're the same age as they are now. My 5-year-old son already hates me. My 2-year-old.
Your 2-year-old daughter's like, why'd you break up our family?
I thought mommy was mine. I thought she was my shit.
I owned her.
Guys, I didn't know. I thought marrying somebody meant you owned them, okay? Media brainwashed me.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You have to go to one of those like brainwash specialist like cult therapists.
The only window into relationships I have is this 9-book series.
The Nighthawks said this would work.
Maybe it's because she's not 18.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm too old. I'm too worldly. I understand too much.
She had standards.
Yeah.
Christ. Oh, so
God.
icky.
It's so okay. So at the game, Talia spends the game in the friends and family suite with Dakota, who is now 3 days over birth for giving due. Or over birth. Jesus fucking Christ.
Not editing it.
Not okay. She's 3 days overdue to give birth, which sounds like my actual nightmare. You get that late into your pregnancy and you're like, get out of me.
Come home and find you just sort of like pushing.
You laugh, but if I had not been induced and or scheduled C-section, if I was 3 days overdue, I would be trying anything.
Oh, I remember.
Anything. So at halftime at this game, Talia has like a freak out because she's pretending to be Brady's girlfriend, and she is in this really nice suite with all of these women who actually love their husbands, who are like we're in real relationships with their husbands.
Real, actual, fleshed out Well,
yeah.
who knows? They could all be the same.
They're all like this. I guarantee you they are all like this.
They're all between the ages of 18 and 20.
Seriously. So she feels like a fraud, even though she wants it to be real. She feels like a fraud for being here. So she goes to the bathroom, but Dakota's like, I need to go pee too because I am 8 million months pregnant. And so Dakota goes to the bathroom with her and confronts her about it and about her freak out. And Talia tells her everything. Like immediately. She's like, I've been lying this whole time. I met Brady the night that you saw me with him. Like, yeah.
We know.
And Dakota's like, that's oddly similar to all of our other experiences. She literally lays out. She's like, so she says it is likely just as real as all of the other relationships that all started out in a similar fashion, and they're all football play themed. She actually explains it in the book. Like Fiona Davenport needed somebody to know how hard she worked. They worked, whoever they are, to make the football plays relevant to the story. So she talks about somebody had a false start. Somebody was intercepted. She's in a pump fake relationship right now. But in the end, they all end up together. Mm-hmm. And that's probably going to happen for Brady and Talia too. So just be cool about it. Just talk to him. It'll be fine. This is exactly how it goes. This is how love works, right? You have some strange circumstances where you meet a rich, handsome football player, and 10 minutes later, you're knocked up, right? That's how it works.
Well, I guess we better start preparing our daughter for the day she turns 18 and we send her into the world to go find her Brady.
Oh, my God.
She's looking at me with daggers in her eyes, listener. I'm not safe. I'm blinking twice because I'm not safe.
Don't ever make a joke like that again. Oh my God. Oh fuck. Okay. So after the game, we're moving on from that. After the game, a coach tells Brady that he will be starting until Prentice is back and congratulates him on a game well played. And Brady avoids the press to go directly to the family box to collect Talia because he hasn't seen her in far too long. And he knows that he played the best game of his life because she was watching him. Yeah. He knows.
Yeah, that's it.
So he wants to take her home for a private celebration of his.
Yeah, no, I understand. I was going to say, I know it's not the same in terms of like a professional football game and like rec league hockey, but how many games there was a game where you came to watch me play one time. I scored 5 goals and you didn't see a single fucking one of them.
I was probably reading a book.
You were reading a book. I know she didn't. I know she wasn't watching.
I'm proud of you anyway.
I know you are.
I love you. I'm so proud of you.
But I remember I was just like, yeah. Oh, she's not.
She's not looking. She's reading a book right now.
She's still reading a book.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oh, no.
Sorry, honey.
That's okay. I really don't care.
So Brady takes Talia home. There's like some major flirtation about her wearing Brady's name and number on her back. And like, she really loves the possessive Neanderthal thing. Cool. Great. Good for you guys. So they have sex again. He eats her out for 2 more orgasms before he fucks her into the mattress. And then he tells her that her pussy feels better than any touchdown. So, yeah, it's cute.
Well,
it's
cute.
Should. The next day, they attend a team barbecue at Lennox's house. And there are lots of wives and kids present. Talia goes off to play with a immediately. Like, they get there, and she's like, a child, goodbye.
I have to go practice.
I have to go play with this child now. Lennox and Brady talk. Lennox tells Brady that he won his spot as the replacement quarterback on his ability as a quarterback. But he's also happy to see him settling down because, you know, it does affect contract negotiations. Like, what? It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. A, no, it doesn't. B, also our starting quarterback has a bum shoulder.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. So he finishes that conversation, and then Brady turns around, and he is immediately confronted by another team quarterback named Trent, who was also vying for this spot, who is drunk and accuses Brady of faking a relationship in order to get the job. Like, what? This is not how this works. Every single person on this football team is like, if I get a girlfriend, I'll start. What? No, never. Not even once. I've never even picked up a football before, but I'm married. Can I start? Absolutely. Welcome to the team, son.
I want to see a team full of dads.
I would love that.
Just dads.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah. I'm looking at you, McElroy brothers.
Right? Just dads. Like, we get the shit kicked out of us every fucking week.
Yep.
But it's because our owner's like, I like these guys. You know why?
They're married.
They're married.
They're committed. They're settled down.
They've got mortgages. They wear the same pair of comfy pants every weekend.
some of these guys have hats older than your girlfriend.
Look at that guy's hat. You think that guy's getting sunburn on his scalp or his neck? I sit under his hat while he's wearing it. Dads. We're the Dallas Dads.
The Dallas Dads.
We don't start practice until 9:30 because that's what after everybody's coffee's kicked in.
Yep, exactly. And then we have a break at 10:45 because everybody's gonna take a shit.
We have the
all
best.
At once.
We have the best, biggest bathroom, floor to ceiling stalls, no cracks. No cracks. Flat screen TVs with Bluetooth connectivity on all the doors. Dads.
We're here for the dads. The Dallas Dads. And their logo's just a remote.
Yep. It's just a remote control.
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay.
It's a sensible loafer.
Oh. All right. So back to our story. So
we're telling our own story
because
it's less upsetting.
Less problematic than this one. So Brady is confronted by Trent, who's like, I know you got a girlfriend just so you can get this job. And Talia overhears this conversation. Like, she walked up just in time to overhear Trent say that, and she's hurt and offended for some reason. That was the whole plan.
Brady,
why are you upset?
Brady, is it true? Is it true?
Is everything you told me the day we met true?
How could you be so honest with me?
Oh my God. So,
how will I ever trust again?
And to think I let you fuck me raw.
Less than 24 hours after I pretended you were my boyfriend to get a creepy guy to go away.
It turns out all that unprotected sex meant nothing. So Brady takes her inside and tells her it's absolutely not true. He's in love with her and he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. And she's like, me too.
Oh, can we just every episode from here on out is this book?
I'll just read all the other Nighthawks books.
Just
this one.
Over
forever.
You know, this is a pump fake Stan account /podcast. I'm gonna get a Brady. What's his name?
Summers.
Brady Summers. I'm gonna create the New York Nighthawks logo. I'm gonna buy the latest iteration of Madden. Create a fake team.
Oh man. Oh God. So. They bask in the glow of their love for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
Brady apologizes, saying that his relationship status didn't have anything to do with him getting the job, and he sort of made it up just so that he could go on a date with her, instead of just asking her on a fucking date.
You're 28.
But she's fine with it. She's like, it's cool. Whatever. She's just so, like, down to be together forever with this crazy man in this crazy fucking situation.
None of this makes a lick of sense.
Oh my God, it doesn't. But it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. It's like it's like a tiny eldritch horror snack. I just love it. It's so good, but it's full of horrors. So they go back to the party. Talia runs into Dakota and was like, "You were right. We were really dating all along." And right on schedule, Dakota's water breaks. She goes into labor, and that's the end of the book.
Oh my God!
But there are epilogues.
Oh God!
But so epilogue 1 month later, Brady and Talia are fucking like rabbits, like absolute rabbits. And I think so they finish and she falls asleep on top of him and he just never pulls out. And then he is suddenly woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning when she jumps off of him and like tugs his dick when she jumps off. Like, I was like, what is going on? Yeah. But so she has jumped off of him very suddenly in the middle of the night to go and puke. And she's been exhausted for several days. And it's just now clicking with Brady that she's probably pregnant. So they take a bunch of pregnancy tests and she's pregnant. They've been together a month, which means he probably got her pregnant like the first or second time they had sex, which is fucking wild. But they're so happy. They are so happy. He gets down on one knee right there. He's got a ring. He's just like, marry me immediately. And she's like, okay. And he's like, all right, get dressed because I know a guy who knows a judge. We're doing this today. Today. It takes 48 hours to get a marriage license, but not if you're Brady Summers. So they prepared to get married. Epilogue number 2, later in the season at a press conference, Prentice announces that he is retiring at the end of the season, but not before he gets one more Super Bowl ring. One more Super Bowl ring. Apparently he has several already. They finish the press conference. Coach tells Brady that they will be announcing that he is the new starting quarterback once the season is over, but they're not taking Prentice's thunder away.
All right.
Prentice gets to have his last great season. Brady tells Talia that she makes him a better player and a better man, and then he kisses her, and they all lived hornily ever after. I fucking can't.
If you were to say, hey, there's an NFL player. He's 28 years old.
Yeah.
He has an 18-year-old wife whom he got pregnant less than a month.
Yeah. PR fucking nightmare.
No.
No, I would think it would be a nightmare.
That's where I'm going with this. If that guy, if you asked, hey, did he groom her? No. They just met. Yeah. Is he abusive? No. Anything toxic? Nope. It's a perfectly healthy relationship in every single way except he is 28 and she's 18. Mm-hmm. That would be about the 500th worst thing going on in the NFL at any one time.
Yeah. Does he hit her?
No.
Does he fight dogs? No.
They are as happy as two human beings can be together. He's just 28 and she's 18. That would not even fucking register as a blip amongst the actual football fans. Like, obviously, like, rational people would be like,
I can just imagine the TikTok takes of people being like, she is 18 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking calm down, Leo DiCaprio.
Wow.
Jeez, ow.
I would have laughed at that joke, but I am just
spent. You're done.
I'm laughed out.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I got nothing else. So.
It's been amazing. Thanks so much for coming on this journey with me. Oh, my God. I knew it was going to be a funny one. And again, listener, I'm being serious. I enjoyed reading this. But sometimes you enjoy watching a train wreck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of shit that I do.
I love trains. Oh, no, this one's crashing. Still love trains.
You can find us on social media. We are on TikTok and Instagram at Cheap Smut. You can email us, cheapsmutpod@gmail.com. The music that you hear in this and every episode is called Nostalgia by Mackay Beats. You can find it along with thousands of other songs free of charge for you to use at the Free Music Archive, freemusicarchive.org. Do we have a book picked out for next week?
Yes. Next week, I am reading Taste, an erotic novella by Fatima Monroe.
Okay.
I am excited.
As am I
literally picked it out this afternoon, and I was like, that sounds good. It's about a lady who hooks up with her Uber driver. Let's get it. Okay. In the meantime, listener, if there is a book in you, write it. And if there's fucking in it, I'll read it.
And then she will come on this show and explain it to me as a form of laugh torture for your entertainment.
I am exhausted from all of this, so I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Goodbye.